peeps? Pop on, pop on. It's me, Kim from the Cracked Egg, giving you folks another update of information. And let's do a recap of the events that have transpired since March. So, on March 30th, the Allegheny County Health Department served us with an extortion letter. They like to call it a penalty letter, for removing the closure placard or concealing it. Also, for operating a food facility with a suspended health permit. Now, failure to comply will result in further action, including closure of our food facility. So then our attorneys, thank God, appealed it for us, okay? And then what did they do? They asked for a protective order against the Cracked Egg, right? Because on numerous occasions, the Cracked Egg has shared on their Facebook page derogatory statements about various local and state public health officials on the Cracked Egg page, okay? Now, while the department respects Cracked Egg's right to free speech, it raises concerns that the publication of phone numbers and email addresses of its employees subjected them to targeted harassment on the part of the Cracked Egg followers on social media. So, last week, I read you our discovery questions, right, for the Allegheny County Health Department, and that's why they filed their motion for a protective order. Poor things. So anyhow, we received our first set of discovery requests. It's quite lengthy, quite lengthy, okay? There's some rules. I'm not going to get into all of it, but I do want to read the one. There is a back part, okay, of the Allegheny County Health Department's first set of requests for admission, okay? So it says this: Allegheny County Health Department requests the appellant, Cracked Egg, admit or deny the following statement of law. If an objection is made, please state the reason for the objection. If neither admitting or denying the matter, please set forth in details the reasons why the answering party cannot admit or deny the statement of law. 1. Admit that the Cracked Egg did not have a mandatory masking equivalent for customers or staff at any point between the effective date and the expiration of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania's emergency declaration regarding COVID-19. Number 2, admit that the Cracked Egg's Facebook page is under the exclusive control of appellant and its agents. Number 3, admit that the video dated August 24th, 2020, attached here too as Exhibit 2, depicts Ms. Kimberly Wagon asking a crowd of people seated in the Cracked Egg, "You all eatin'?" with the crowd affirming its answer in the affirmative. Number 4, admit that Exhibit 2 depicts individuals at the Cracked Egg being served food. Number 5, admit that in January 14th, 2021, social media post attached here too as Exhibit 3, Cracked Egg claimed it would refuse to follow the edicts of a tyrannical government. Number 6, admit that in Exhibit 1, Cracked Egg told members of the public to ignore the placard posted by the department indicating that the restaurant had been closed for violations of ACHD's rules and regulations. Number 7, admit that the Cracked Egg was operating on each of the following dates in 2020. August 25th through the September 4th, September 10th through 11th, September 14th, 17th, October 1st, December 14th, and December 30th. They must have photos from that day. Number 8, admit that the Cracked Egg was operating on each of the following dates in 2021. January 25th, February 21st, March 1st, March 10th, and June 28th. Number 9. Admit that the proprietors of the cracked egg had knowledge of the closure order issued against it on August 11th, 2020. Number 10. Admit that the proprietors of the cracked egg were informed that it was operating with a suspended permit on December 14th, 2020. Number 11. Admit that Kim Wagon of the cracked egg expressed that she had no intention of paying any penalty levied against her by the ACHD in a Facebook post dated June 17th, 2022. Number 12. Admit that on September 6th, 2021, Kim Wagon called for the arrest of Allegheny County Health Secretary Dr. Deborah Bogan. See Exhibit 4. So there you have it. There's your little updates. I'll be back next week with more. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know, you never know. Does anyone want to read? I can read some hate mail. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Because, you know, Dr. Bogan did, in fact, on, when was it? December 30th, at a news conference, she said, please don't patronize restaurants that are defying the state's orders or health department orders. There are hundreds of food establishments throughout the county that are doing the right thing. Okay, so the Allegheny County Health Department's worried about us disparaging them. Well, this is what happened in December. I received an email from Lisa. It says, her message was, ass. On December 31st, I received an email from William, and his message was, I find your behavior shamefully selfish. You are putting many of our most vulnerable citizens at risk. I will never patronize your business, and worse, I will tell everyone I know to never give you one penny of business. Bye-bye. Taryn, his message was, I read online that you're one of the restaurants defying the governor's orders. I wanted to tell you how selfish I think that is. I lost a family member because of people just will not obey the rules. I guess until you lose someone, you don't realize how bad it is. You are part of the problem and not the solution. How nice it would be for us to all make our own rules. It's no different than you thinking traffic lights or the speed limit don't apply to you, and I would never patronize your establishment because of it. And I'm not the only one that feels that way. Oh, here's a nice one. This is from Jason. Just learned of you and the trip. True patriots. I'll have to visit. God bless. Oh, here's another one in December. Was curious to try your restaurant. This is from someone. They didn't want to put their name. Now that I know you have an extremely poor attitude, failure to follow rules for the health and well-being of your customers, me, my family, my colleagues, and friends, do not wish you well and will never, ever visit. Really a shitty attitude for a business owner in your community. No COVID cases. Link back to the Great Babe ever. All right, here's one from FU. So his message was, good morning, super spreader dumbshits. I hope your stupidity names virus spreading restaurant gets sued so hard you have no choice but closing. Do you think you are the only one suffering during the pandemic? What are you going to do when several fatal cases of COVID get traced back to you and your eggs? Well, FU, never had any COVID cases linked back to us, so there's that. I think Trumpers, I'd never eat at your place just because of that alone. Your behavior during this. Have you called Dr. Levine all the predictable names that have nothing to do with her job? Probably. Called Governor Wolf a Nazi? Yeah, probably did. Matter of time, if not already. You sicken me. Another reason not to eat there. Hopefully, in your ridiculous stance against what everyone else is dealing with, rationally and legally, you would be left without your crack and eggs. Is that how you say it? Ha ha. Side of COVID with your crack. Okay. All right. Where's this? Oh, this is from Mary. This will be my last one. Mary says, here's my constitutional right, freedom of speech. I want to know the exact wording in the Constitution about an establishment being open during a pandemic while people are dying. What part of pandemic don't you people understand during a shutdown? Why put yourself at risk for a scrambled egg? Governor Wolf handled everything correctly. Get over it. Well, Mary, there's the 14th Amendment in the Constitution, and this is what it says. Nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. So there's that. So thank you all for popping on. Spread the word that Allegheny County Health Department's back at it again, serving up Tyranny. I'm going to read some more of their discovery requests because it's pretty lengthy. So I'll read more of that next.